So, you did it. You got the new TVS Apache RTX. What an incredible machine, right? But it is packed with some serious tech. And let's be honest, who wants to spend hours digging through a manual? That's what we're here for. We're going to cut right through the noise and give you the ultimate quick start guide. The goal? Less time reading, more time writing. Let's jump in. Right out of the gate, the manual tells you this isn't just any motorcycle. This quote, grit to glory, that's pretty much the whole mission statement. It means this machine is built to inspire you, to kind of nudge you to push your own limits and go find out what's around that next corner.
So, how does a cool phrase like grit to glory actually feel when you're on the bike? Well, it all comes down to confidence and control. The idea here is that the motorcycle shouldn't feel like just a machine you're operating. It should feel like an extension of you, a partner that's helping you go out and create some awesome stories.
Okay, with that big idea in mind, let's get practical. Your main connection to all this incredible technology starts right at your fingertips. We're talking about the handlebar controls. This is your command center for pretty much everything the bike can do. Just take a look at the left handlebar here. This little cluster of buttons and switches, that is the nerve center for all the bike's advanced functions. We'll get into what each button does, but for a second, just appreciate how they've packed everything from ride modes to GoPro controls into such a clean, uncluttered space.
Now, when you first see this diagram in the manual, yeah, it can look a little intimidating. There is a lot going on. But don't worry, it's actually way more intuitive than it looks once you get one simple principle: context. What each button does literally changes based on what you're doing at that moment. Let me show you what I mean.
And here is that context in action. This table really shows you how brilliant the system is. So when you're just riding along, the UP button changes your ride mode. Simple. But dive into a menu and that same button now scrolls up. Get a phone call? All of a sudden, the ENT button is accept call, and the return button is reject. It's just a super smart way to give you total control without needing a dashboard full of 100 buttons.
Now here's a feature that really shows how much they were thinking about rider safety: the hazard lights. Of course, you've got a dedicated switch, that's standard, but get this, they can keep flashing for up to an hour after you turn the ignition off. Just think about that. If you're ever stopped on the side of a dark road, that is an absolutely crucial feature. Okay, so let's move on from the controls you use when you're sitting still and talk about the features that come alive when you're actually on the move. These next few things are all about making the ride itself better, safer, and more fun. For anyone planning a long highway trip, cruise control is an absolute game changer, and it could not be easier to use. Just get up to the speed you want, hit the switch, and boom, you're set. You can then nudge your speed up or down with the plus and minus buttons. Just a little heads up, this feature is turned off in rally mode, which makes total sense. You want full manual control in that situation.
Okay, listen up, because this is important. If you ever have to brake really, really hard, you might feel the brake lever kind of vibrate or pulse under your fingers. Don't panic, that is exactly what's supposed to happen. It's called ABS pulsation, and it's the physical proof that the anti-lock braking system is working, keeping your wheel from locking up. It's actually a really good feeling once you know what it is. But, and this is a big but, it's so important to know the limits of any tech. The manual is super clear about this. ABS is fantastic, but it can't bend the laws of physics. If you slam on the brakes hard enough, it is still possible for that rear wheel to lift. The big takeaway is this: ABS is your safety net, not a license to outride the conditions.
All right, let's get into what might be one of the coolest parts of the Apache RTX, how it connects to your digital life. This bike was built for the modern rider, the person who wants to capture and share their adventures. So let's see exactly how you do that.
Getting your GoPro hooked up is so straightforward. It's just a few quick taps in the bike's main menu. You basically just tell it to look for your camera, you pick it from a list, and you confirm. That's it. Let me show you what it looks like right on the screen. Okay, so once you hit Pair GoPro, the bike starts scanning, and you'll see a list of nearby devices pop up, just like on the left there. You use the handlebar toggle to find your camera's name, press enter, and it brings you to this simple confirmation screen. Just toggle to yes, and you're pretty much there.
And once you hit yes, you get this little GoPro connected message at the bottom of the screen, and that's it. The whole thing takes, maybe 10 seconds? And you never have to take your gloves off or fumble with the camera itself. It's just seamless.
And this, right here, is where the magic happens. Once you're connected, you get this dedicated GoPro menu right on your dash. You can flip between taking a photo, a video, or even a time-lapse, all using those same handlebar controls we talked about earlier. It means you can capture that perfect moment without ever missing a beat or taking your hands off the grips.
You know, owning a beast of a machine like this isn't just about the ride. It's also about taking care of it. So this last section is all about the essential stuff every Apache RTX owner absolutely needs to know to keep their bike running perfectly.
Let's start with something so basic but so important: tire pressure. This chart from the manual is your best friend. The sweet spot, your happy place, is between 26 and 38 psi. You can see that if you go a little too high or too low, performance might dip a bit. But the real danger zone is dropping below 19 psi. That's where the manual says you'll see a serious drop in both safety and performance. It's a quick check that makes a huge difference. Speaking of maintenance, this slide right here is honestly one of the most important pages in the entire manual. That first service, somewhere between 750 and 1,000 kilometers, is non-negotiable. It is absolutely critical for the long-term health of your engine. It's when the techs check everything after the bike's been broken in. Whatever you do, do not miss this one.
And finally, let's talk warranty. The bike has great coverage, but the most important thing to know is what's not covered. Things that wear out normally, like your chain, your sprockets, your brake pads, those are on you. And it should probably go without saying, but if you have unauthorized work done or use the bike for racing, that's not going to be covered either. It's really just about smart ownership.
And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? From the handlebar controls to the service schedule, every single detail is designed to support this one core idea, that your bike is a companion for your adventures. It's about building a partnership with your machine so you can go out there and create those stories.
So, you've got the knowledge, you've got the machine, the bike is ready, you're ready, there's really only one question left. Where are you gonna go first?